My name is Madeleine Hackmann, and I'm 19 years old, and I'm a missionary with Family Missions Company. So I called missions really started in high school without me knowing. I was invited through my high school on a mission trip to Nicaragua, which didn't end up happening because of COVID. But I believe that kind of sparked my desire into missions. And then that was my sophomore year. And then by my junior year, I was not really thinking about it too much. And I was just kind of going through high school. And then my senior year came around where I was supposed to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And then I was like, oh man, I don't know. Because ever since basically preschool, I wanted to be a veterinarian or an animal biologist. So I was going to go down that route. But I also didn't want to go to college. So I was like, ooh. But I was like, well, it's worth it. So I'll just go to college. And then I got recruited to run cross country in college by 2 different universities. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to do that. And then as I went through my senior year, I was going to one university or leaning towards one university. And I went there and I shadowed a little bit. And then I just declined the offer. And I was like, I'm not entirely sure why I'm declining this. But yeah, I declined it. And I ended up after high school going to community college. And I was just going to do 2 years and then just see where that led me, basically, because I got 2 years free. In high school, I did feel some call to missions too towards the end. And I looked into organizations and I was like, well, maybe I'll do a gap year, because I thought the gap year was the longest I could be a missionary for, because I had no idea about this. And I looked into it and I had a couple of phone calls and then that didn't work out. And through this, one of my close friends knew I was looking into missions. And so she was like, hey, my aunt's a missionary. I'm like, really? She was like, yeah. And so in the summer before college, I talked to her. Her name is Teresa. She's a missionary here. But she was talking to me about it. And I looked at the website and I was like, yeah, this is cool, but I think it's all families. She was like, it's all families and people who have already gone through college. So I was like, I probably won't. But she invited me on the Mexico mission trip. And I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll go, even though I'm not going to join FMC, but I'll still go on the mission trip because it sounds awesome. So I went and my heart was forever changed. The Lord humbled me immensely. And just seeing the people in poverty and seeing their love and God work for them was amazing. Seeing the missionaries, that was kind of the first time I experienced love in that type of way. And that really changed my heart. And that was, a lot of it was from the missionaries here that I really experienced that love. And I experienced it and I don't know, just them listening and actually caring. And I'm like, you don't even know who I am, but it was really cool. And then also this singing really took me by surprise in Mexico. I was like, they sing so much, I did not join, but it's really cool that they do, but it's not for me. But then I ended up going back home from that mission trip. And my habits gradually changed naturally. I naturally stopped listening to the same music. I naturally went outside more and just had more of a positive mindset and said praise God more over the different not so good situations. And then I was like, okay, I feel like I might be called to be a missionary. I looked at all these different mission organizations, not all of them were Catholic, just cause. And then I was like, I don't know, none stuck out like FMC did. And so I was discerned for probably 2 months if I should join FMC. And then I decided I would, but the challenge was telling my parents because they wanted me to go to college and all that. And so, I fully committed to FMC basically. I had my first interview and then I told my parents, and in that I cried for probably 5 minutes. Because I was so nervous of what they think, because of college and they wanted me to be older and they're scared about me leaving. But then they're like, it's okay, we're not gonna kick you out of the house or anything. And I was like, okay. So after I was done crying and all that, I was able to actually talk to them, and it's been a journey, but now they're super supportive and I feel they've grown as I've grown, so that's really cool. And now I had my second interview. I had my come and see. My mom came and met everyone here at FMC and found out that they're all just normal people, not trying to take their daughter away from, like their youngest and their only daughter away from her. And now I'm here. That's why I'm called missions.